Hello and welcome to Bodygraph.com video tutorials. In this particular tutorial, we will be connecting Google Sheets using Zapier. Now, sometimes clients like to connect Google Sheets via Zapier just to store an extra copy of their contacts data and leads, just in case their main app connection fails, and double check or to ensure that no leads are lost. So it's good to have that connection enabled. However, bear in mind that if you have high traffic and a lot of leads collected, so Zapier might require payment and upgrade, so that will be an extra fee. Apart from that, if your list is very small, and this is for the business starters, then the Zapier is completely free, and this connection is free to collect the leads and data. Now, why would you like to collect the data? Simply because you might not have made in mind which CRM or which newsletter platform you will be using to build your email sequences. And therefore, while you will make up your mind, if you won't make any connections and Bodygraph stores the leads and email and the name of the client just for 90 days, that means that you simply will be losing the contact details. So therefore, it's a good idea maybe to connect Google Sheets via Zapier and to store your contacts for when you will be ready to actually make a choice and make a decision which newsletter platform or CRM you will be using, and starting building the email sequences. So when you will be ready, you simply can export the contacts and data from Google Sheets and import into your selected platform. So without further ado, let's go and have a look how to connect Google Sheets using Zapier. Okay, so first few steps would be preparation. And the way I like to work, and I would suggest for you to do exactly the same thing, is to open all necessary platforms here into different tabs. So first would be Bodygraph and log in into Bodygraph dashboard. Next one is Zapier, required for this connection, and log in into your dashboard. Then Google Sheets and open the sheet where you will be collecting the data. And now the fourth tab would be the inbox of the email that is associated to your Bodygraph account. Now the reason you will need an email, because the inbox will receive a webhook URL once the Zap is published. So that's why I need to access the inbox, but we will talk about it later. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the connection. To do so, navigate to App Integrations, click Create New, scroll down and select Zapier and click Save. Now, given app connection the name, I like to name it under the exact purpose. So I will say Google Sheets here, so I know exactly what's going on. Now, if you are separating, and by the way, you can connect multiple times into different Google Sheets. Why would you like to do that? If you have different embed codes, let's say if you have embed code for astrology, if you have an embed code for human design, or embed code for human design and next one for relationship, and you want to separate the incoming data, so then I would suggest to separate as well and connect Zapier multiple times with the different that collects the data into different Google Sheets. In this way, you can differentiate which chart client subscribes at, and differentiate your contacts. So later it will be also easier to differentiate email sequences in regards to what they are, their interests are. But for this tutorial, of course, I have one Google Sheet, so I name it under Google Sheets, so I know that Zapier pushing the data to the Google Sheets or not any other apps. Now, as I said, we will need webhook URL to paste it in here, but for that we need to create and publish Zap first. So now I'm leaving this open just like that and navigate to my Zapier. Okay, so at Zapier, we will need to click Create and select a Zap. And once it's open, we will start connection. So trigger will be incoming data from Bodygraph. So we will need to select Bodygraph, well, I can see it here because I already did a lot of testings. Bodygraph might not show up on the top apps for you, so you can simply type in Bodygraph and then that should find for you the Bodygraph, so select that one and the settings will pop up here. Now for the trigger we will choose chart created, and now it will require for you to connect with a specific account. Now because I already did it, it shows already for me connected because it's connected with my Zapier. But how it's going to look like, if you will click connect, it will ask you to connect the provide the API key. So such a window will pop up and you will need to get an API key and paste it into this field, and yes, continue to Bodygraph. Now where to get the API key? So you can go into your Bodygraph, you can enter anything here, just XXX and save, because you will, okay, it's valid URL. So you can paste any URL, even if it's like a Bodygraph URL, to click save, just to not to lose this start that you just did. But where you can gather API is go to your profile and click on the API keys. This is where you will be able to copy and paste the API key into the connection field. Now once that's connected, we will click continue. It will test the connection, test the trigger, and it's going to be just one record, chart A, so we will continue with selected record, nothing to change here. And now we need to choose where we're gonna push this data to. So in this case, it's going to be Google Sheets. Okay, so now before we proceed with anything else here, I would recommend to go to third tab, which is Google Sheets open, and name specifically this sheet so you know exactly where the subscribers will go to. So let's just say, I'll say tutorial Bodygraph, so I know that which one I need to choose. Also, I can rename the sheet and say tutorial subscribers, and now I know exactly where it goes to. Now also, ideally you want to create a tabs for the data to land. So for example, name, well, of course you might not know exactly what data fully you want to connect, but at least basics: name, email, let's say date of birth, then chart URL. Now, if you won't have these tabs, then it's going to be complicated to choose where the data will land at the Zapier. But ideally, you want to create the tabs just to begin with. These could be added and extended at any time, and I will show you how to extend also at the Zapier later at the settings. So now that we have name and tabs and the tab renamed, we know exactly which table or Google Sheet we connect into. We can come back to the Zapier and proceed with the connections. So to action, we will choose create a row. Okay, create a spreadsheet row. That's what we want to do, and click continue. Now we need to choose the drive which we're connecting to. So this is going to be my drive. Then a spreadsheet, so just as the one that I renamed, tutorial Bodygraph, and worksheet, tutorial subscribers, just as I renamed right now. Now immediately you can see that the tabs that I created here appeared here. Now if I will create more tabs, it will create more fields here, and we need to fill them with the responsive shortcodes. So click the plus icon, and for example, for name, I will click shortcode for name. For email, email address shortcode. For date of birth, I need to find birth date. Chart URL, chart URL. So as you can see, the list of the data that you can collect via Zapier connection is really extensive. So you can collect a lot of data here, but at least main important ones such as, of course, name, email, maybe date of birth, and link to the client's chart is most important data in my opinion. So that is good to begin with. As I said, if you will be extending the tabs later on, you can come back here. The fields will be empty. You simply need to click plus icon and fill them with representing shortcodes, and that data will be starting to land into your Google Sheets. Now that we completed it, I can click continue and test step. So it will check if everything is correct. So it filled up with the test details, as you can see, and then I can publish this connection, this Zap. Now Zap is published, so that means we can go into the inbox and find the email that will be named a Bodygraph chart complete Zap setup. Now bear in mind that this email will arrive, as I said, into your Bodygraph's account email address, not the Zapier if they are different, not the Zapier's account email address inbox, but the one that is associated to your Bodygraph. And also please check your spam and sometimes even promotion folders to ensure to find this email, because you will need to copy the webhook URL. So now I can come back to the Bodygraph, paste that URL, click save, and connection is completed. Almost though, so don't stop here. It's very important to enable this connection at your embed code. So now you will see that indicator shows that it's not yet active at your embed codes. That means it's not yet, even though it's connected to the Google Sheets, it's not going to collect the data from your embed code. So need to navigate to your embed chart, open the embed, exactly the one that you're using at your website or will be using at your website, and click Google Sheets to enable. Now please bear in mind that this connection only will work if your design has email field enabled. So just to ensure, I go into chart designs, this testing chart has name website builder, so I go exactly to the website builder, submission form, and just double check settings that my email field is enabled, and it is. So that means right now that email field is enabled and app is also enabled at the embed code. I can go ahead and start testing. Now the best way to test it would be to go to your website and generate the chart to see if the contact comes through. Now if you did not embed yet the chart into your website, then you can test it exactly as I do here at the embed code preview, just entering random details and see if those coming through to the Google Sheets. Now, once the chart is generated, that should land to the Google Sheets pretty much right away. So as you can see, test data first arrived when the test Zapier was published. And right now I'm waiting for the details from my chart to arrive as well. Sometimes there is a few seconds delay, as you can see, and the data arrived from the integration. And as you can see, I had name, email, date of birth, and link to the client's chart collected successfully to the Google Sheets. That means that connection is complete and successful. Now I can go ahead and think, okay, what additional data I can collect from the Bodygraph. To do so, you can also come back here, click pencil icon. As I said, explore what more shortcodes here available. And as I said, list here is pretty extensive. You can collect specific gates, specific information type, profiles, authority, strategy, incarnation process. So if this is the data that is important for your business, you can extend this list by creating additional tabs at your Google Sheet and then filling them with the responsive shortcodes, and that data will start landing into your Google Sheets. You can update this anytime, and republishing it will not require for you to update the webhook URL. It just should remain exactly the same unless you're changing the entire zap. Now also do recommend renaming zap with the same name, so you know exactly what it is, what's the purpose of it, so you won't accidentally delete the zap or mix the zap or additionally edit the settings and break the zap. So ideally the embed code title, that you name it under specific, I don't know, integration, the app connection titles, the titles of the Google Sheet, and the Zap tab should match. Then it's very easy to identify that this is linked together, and it's then easier not to make any mistakes or accidentally delete or edit what is not necessary. So this is the connection complete. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Now, if you have additional questions or any troubles, you can always reach out via live chat or email support@bodygraph.com, and we will be more than happy to assist. Best of luck, and I will see you in the next videos.